Hello everybody, welcome back to the shop. Today I got a special guest here in the shop with me. My good friend Dale Derry from Metal Tips and Tricks.
All right, we'll just start that over.
Dale was in the neighborhood, stopped by to see me, and we started chatting about an issue that I'm having with my lathe. The carriage feed engages, so the carriage moves and the cross slide goes at the same time. It's not supposed to do that.
Both handles, when you engage them, both of them are moving, so that's causing us
Yeah, it's causing a taper. It's causing a taper.
So we have decided to kind of impromptu tear into the lathe today.
It's going to be a discovery for sure, because we have no idea what's wrong with it.
Bear with us, there's not a whole lot of setup going on here, and we don't really know what we're gonna find, but we are sure gonna try to make a mess of it. The scary thing is, I don't have a lathe to fix any parts that are in there when that one's torn apart. The good news is,
I do have a lathe, but I won't be able to get around to it for about 2 weeks, so we'll just have to figure out what happens.
well, I got this friend, his name's Adam Booth, and then I got this other friend named Keith Finner and
Keith Rucker. So, guys, I might be calling you to help me out a little bit here. Let me, doesn't have to make somebody nauseous. What was that? That thing just popped loose.
Oh, how's it move now?
Like butter.
How's that move?
Super smooth. That didn't want to turn and it all of a sudden it popped. You hear it?
Yeah. Are we fixed?
We are, but I don't know what caused it to be tight like that. Are we just that good, or?
Let me do this before we...
If we're this close, we might as well pull it off and clean it up, clean up the gibs. And
let's do this really quick. Let's look at it and figure out what.
it sounded like it came from inside right here. This wouldn't turn. When it was loose like that, it wouldn't turn.
Okay.
And I kind of like forced it to turn and it popped. Look at those pins. Those pins are doing a lot of wiggling there. See that? See that pin wiggling?
Yeah.
That should not do that. So the question is, do we pull it off and look and see what? Because now it's all nice and free, but what made it be that tight? This gear right here was tight. It's tight as frig. And see now how nice and free it is?
Yeah.
So I wonder if it's got a bushing that started to partially seize right there.
I think that's exactly what happened.
I have no idea why. It definitely ain't pretty, huh?
Nope. So you got paint thinner, or?
Yes, I do.
That's my favorite.
Is it? Do they put that groove in there for oil? Is that what that's for?
The one that you can't find? Yep. Oh, this thing is ugly.
Ugly. Hey, I had 2 girlfriends like that. So I can see that this gear here, I wonder if that could be part of our issue.
Is there a screw
there's
back?
a set screw right there.
So
Oh yeah, it's
almost out. That was definitely a problem.
I wonder if that's what was shifting that gear sideways. Yeah, making that gear bind up on there.
I think you found it.
Yeah. Because if you look, remember how that gear's got the funky teeth on it? Mm-hmm. That's where it's been running against the funky teeth on here. See how some of them are
You're right.
there?
Yep. I think you found the problem.
There it goes. Is there any kind of preload on that? Can you tighten that screw there, that Allen screw, and?
No.
Well, good thing we tested it. Theory. That wasn't tight.
I'm gonna put that screw there so we.
It's just got an oil groove inside there. You can see where the oil groove.
Yeah.
wonder if we should run a little Loctite on that too.
Definitely.
We'll have to clean it out because the Loctite's not going to stick with all that oil in there. Okay, so Dale and I have been working on this all afternoon and into the evening here, and what we found was in the apron, one of the gears was just cocked in there sideways. All I did was just push on it, it popped and dropped back in, and everything was working super smooth. So we were like, why did it do that? And we weren't sure. So what we decided to do is to go ahead, since we had it off, take the carriage apart and clean it up, because this thing has been abused. When we got the carriage apart, what I found was this gear right here is held in place with just a little set screw. So this shaft was loose and it was jogging back and forth. Well, when it would turn sideways, what it would do is take this gear right here runs against it when it's put together, and because it was putting a side load on it, it was actually turning the gear sideways, causing it to bind. So we thought we had discovered the problem. We thought we just had a loose gear here. Well, then as Dale and I continue to take it apart and clean everything, because this lathe has been abused horribly.
Oh man.
Luckily, it's a very well-made lathe, and
yes.
there's not a lot of wear in it. It's quite impressive how well this Republic Lagoon lathe actually is. What we found out is that the gib that controls the cross slide has actually been broken. So here is the repair. This is the gib, and it's a taper, skinny here, fat here, and it fits in there, and then you can slide this back and forth to tighten up all the wear out of the machine. This is broken. About this much of it's gone, missing. We can't find it. We've looked everywhere for any part that could have possibly fallen out, and it's not there, and the brake looked old. It looked like it was really crappy. Don't really know what this gib is made of. We've kind of hypothesized that this is most likely cast iron or some cast material. Doesn't look like mild steel or tool steel. Dale did a spark test. We kind of agree. So the idea here is this part of the gib is the part that we're using most of the time anyway, this section in here. This is just a specific length because it pushes with 2 screws at each end, and as it wears you can adjust the 2 screws together to take up more of the wear. So I'm short and the screws don't hit. What we're going to do is attempt to take a piece of, just a little piece of flat bar, and we're going to take some silicon bronze and try to TIG weld it right here on the end. And all that's going to do is just make it long enough so the head of the screw can push this back, because that's what's hurting us.
Well, I think we got to put back together again.
We did. So we learned a lot of things today. It was a little impromptu class. It took us a lot longer than we had planned on.
I planned 4 hours. How many did you think?
I was hoping we'd be out of here in 3.
Okay, we're into it for 8.
We both were pretty close on our guess. Neither one of us were close at all.
Love the out of both out.
Yeah, true. What we did learn is that the ways on the lathe bed are actually pretty tight. The cross slide has a little bit of wear in it, which is to be expected with a lathe this old, but it's only about, 3.5, 4 thousandths of play in the cross slide. It's not great, it's not terrible. For what I do, the type of work I do, it's plenty serviceable until I can find another lathe to replace it with. It's so smooth now. We took everything apart and cleaned everything up, and it's super smooth, super right back to like it was when it was new. Plus we cleaned out all the ways, we cleaned out all the oil galleys, got all the chips and buildup out of there. It's pretty much back to the way it was new, other than a little bit of wear in the cross slide.
Yeah, I think you're going to enjoy this lathe. I think it's going to work out really, really good for you.
Anyway, we hope you enjoyed this little impromptu video we got to do today, and we'll see you real soon.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw here today. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and like us on Facebook. please. Somewhere down below here is a link. See you soon.